I'll give you a quick update as to who we are and where we've been. My wife and I have been serial entrepreneurs for quite a long time. We've had different businesses in different parts of the world. We moved to Kelowna about 10 years ago to buy an apple orchard and retire. But one thing led to another, and we realized there had to be a higher and better use for our apples. And so we started Forbidden Spirits Distillery. The company's been around for about 5 years now as we continue to grow and expand. And we were just now in the process of finalizing a concurrent financing and a qualifying transaction with the CPC that's listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange. We just recently closed on about $3.8 million raise. The minimum raise we were looking for was 3.6. So when we hit the 3.6, we sort of put the brakes on a little bit. But we've got the ability to go up to $4.5 million. And we're just now in the process of seeing how much of that we can complete in the next 4 to 6 weeks. You know, I think one of the big advantages of us in our industry is the rate in which the industry is growing and the size of the industry already. It's hard to imagine the sale of alcohol in British Columbia, for example, is $600,000. When I tell people there's $600,000 worth of vodka that's purchased in British Columbia, they say, you know, is that per year? And I have to come back and say, no, that's per day. $600,000 of vodka in BC per day. We've got a proven portfolio of brands. We're in British Columbia. We're marketing hard to over 150 private liquor stores, and we just got into 20 government liquor stores not that long ago. So this 3.6 to $4.5 million financing that we're doing now at 30 cents a share and a half a warrant at 50 cents a share is going to help us catapult our growth into Ontario and Quebec as well. The size of the Ontario market is gigantic. As I said, $600,000 a day in vodka sales in BC. Ontario is $1.6 million per day of vodka. So we're looking at expanding our operations into Ontario as well as into Quebec. We've also made some international headroads as well. We were just in Anuga 2021 in Cologne, Germany a few weeks ago. It's a huge food and beverage show, attracts about 250,000 people a day. And so we were part of the Team Canada trade mission there where we had our booth and people could try our product. They loved it. The price point makes sense. It also makes sense to do business with Canada from the standpoint of our advantages due to the fact that we've got a lower Canadian dollar to the US, and as well too, we've got a free trade agreement with most of the EU, unlike our US competitors. As I said earlier, we have a full portfolio of products. Prior to taking the company public and raising this concurrent financing to spearhead the qualifying transaction, the company's raised about $5 million privately. We've invested in state-of-the-art distillation equipment. We've got brands. Our Rebel Vodka brand this is the third year of it coming into the marketplace. We've got a higher end Forbidden Spirits vodka. It's 50 times distilled. It retails for $88 a bottle. And we pretty much have sold out our entire inventory for this year. And we're starting work on our Forbidden Spirits vodka for next year. And we most definitely will be raising the price to probably $138 a bottle come next year. Our Adam's Apple Brandy has been very successful. It's aged 6 to 12 months in a brand new oak barrel. A lot of brandy aficionados have tried our product and love it. Eve's Original Gin, we came out with our gin last summer as well. The Eve's Gin is outselling our Rebel Vodka 3 to 1. And I wish I could say it's because we have great gin. We do have great gin, but it's just the macro demand for gin right now is a global phenomenon. What we hope to do with the money that we're raising right now is to leverage into some more products and some more brands that are add-ons to what we've already got. We're already manufacturing vodka. We're already manufacturing gin. The next step up is to go into the ready-to-drink product line and have a Rebel Vodka and soda in a can and an Eve's Gin and Tonic in a can. That marketplace, as you know, with respect to White Claw and other competitors of ours in that market, can barely keep up with the demand. I think the 2-year increase in sales growth in the ready-to-drink market in North America is about 42 to 43%. So the market is large and growing, and we want to get our share. We've also got 2 other products that it says it's in development. We've actually released them now. One of them is our Wallace Hill Whisky. which is a family recipe from the Orkney Islands in Scotland. But we manufacture and make it right here in British Columbia and in Canada. It's selling terrifically well. And for the winter time that's coming along, we've got a Fireball Fire, we call it, which is made from our apple brandy. It has a cinnamon flavor. It's a little less alcohol and sold in smaller quantities, so people can put a flask in their pocket and maybe go cross-country skiing. So, you know, we're very fortunate to be in a great marketplace right now. Let's flip through here. So our revenue and sales projections, oops, about that one back. Our revenue and sales projections for 2020, we started the company in 2019 and we did about $200,000 in sales. So I was out there knocking on doors, selling product in 2019. And in 2021, we doubled our sales to $500,000 as we expanded into agency agreements in British Columbia. 2021, we're looking to come out with about $1.2 million in sales this year. And then with the closing of our recent financing and our expansion into Ontario and Quebec and internationally, we're hoping to do 4.1 million in sales next year and $8 million in sales the year after that. The one nice thing that we're in is in this liquor business is a high profit margin business. Our gross profit margins come in around industry average at about 50%, and our net income margins are at about 20 to 25%. So those are healthy margins in any business. To give it in perspective where our go-to-market strategy is right now, we're looking to sell 3,000 cases into British Columbia, 1,000 cases into Alberta, 3,000 cases into Ontario, and then branch out into, the slide says Romania, but it could be expanded to other European countries. We've just recently brought on 2 international business development people to work for the firm and basically focus in on partnerships that we can have for distribution in the entire EU section. Just to close it off, you know, people are asking me, you know, why should we invest in forbidden spirits? And I say, well, you know, the risk is, a lot of the risk has been taken out of the business model. As I said, we've raised $5 million from friends and family. We've built the distillery, we've built the brands, we've got our product in the liquor stores, both private and government liquor stores. So it's a proven product, it's a proven price point. We're now in the process of scaling up. And our scale-up program is to work directly with craft distillers throughout Canada, in Ontario and in Quebec, to co-pack our product for us on the ground. That allows us to get the market a lot faster and a lot cheaper. And so we're looking for a very healthy year next year in 2022. As well, you know, we've got a proven management team that has taken the company from scratch all the way up to, you know, having our product soon to be listed in Ontario and into Quebec, and closing on a $3.6 to $4.5 million stock option, and putting it into terms of valuation. Our pre-money valuation of the company is $12 million, which I think is pretty fair and reasonable, given the fact that we've got $5 million invested into hard assets to start things up. It's about $17 to $19 million in post-money valuation. And with the growth that we've seen in top line revenue and the growth that we hope to see in bottom line cash flow is nothing less than phenomenal. And we just want to keep our heads down and keep working forward with that.
Okay, Blair, so there's a few questions here from the audience. The first one coming from Osman. So asking you, how are you going to market your brands globally effectively?
That's a really good question, and it comes down to a one-word answer called distribution. You need to have quality distribution for your products, and you know we've been able to do that in British Columbia. You know, as I said, we're in about 150 private liquor stores. There's closer to 500 or 600 liquor stores in British Columbia. We're not in all of them. We're in the ones where we're going to get good distribution, we're going to get good product turnover, and ones that we can focus our advertising and marketing money. And for us, the best marketing and the best promotions that we've been able to do over the last 3 years is actually putting liquid to lips and having people, ambassadors of our product in the liquor store, giving out free samples so that people can try it before they buy it. And you know, I've manned that booth a number of times myself. And the people that walk up and try the product, and you know, now they know exactly where the product stands with respect to the flavor, the taste, and price. it goes off the shelf. So, we wouldn't have a viable business right now if we didn't have a world-class product. And as I said, we were just in Cologne, Germany. The buyers from, we had one buyer that came up to the booth from Costco, Australia, tried the product, said it would be fantastic, wants us to work with him to launch our gin product down there. So we've got a lot of demand throughout the world for our product. It is something that the gins and the vodkas and the brandies, that if they are world-class products, that you can sell them anywhere in the world.
The next question coming from Ryan here. So he's asking, will you be able to distribute your brands broader to China's other cities in the future?
That's what we're looking at. My wife and I were in Kunming, China in 2019 in December, before the virus hit, meeting with the government officials in Beijing and meeting with the people in Shanghai and Kunming department stores. There's a high demand for our upper end vodka product. I might have gone through that quickly. We have two brands of vodka, 25 times distilled vodka that we sell for about $45 a bottle, Canadian retail. And we have 100 times distilled forbidden spirits vodka that we currently sell for $88. We're now sort of moving towards that $88 brand of vodka for certain export markets that want the limited supply, high premium product. So I hope that answers your question.
Sure. Another question addressing about the pandemic here. Does it have any effect or increase for your sales or any effect?
You know what, we were very lucky when the COVID hit for two reasons. One is, our product mix is probably about 90 to 95% liquor stores, 5 to 10% restaurants, hotels, and nightclubs. So when the COVID hit and shut down all the restaurants and all the hotels and all the nightclubs, that was really only about 5 to 10% of our total sales. So it didn't substantially affect us with respect to the broader sales levels. What it did impact on us, though, was our sales out of our tasting room here in Kelowna. International tourism just got shut, has shut down. All the U.S. traffic was shut down, and so our tasting room sales was negatively affected from the COVID. But again, we were very fortunate. We managed to pivot to hand sanitizer at that point in time, and we were manufacturing and giving away hand sanitizer and selling it to a lot of dentists and doctors. We were able to leverage that into a marketing opportunity in that we had 10 sanitary Saturdays, we call them, where we would just give away free hand sanitizer to anybody that came into the parking lot with a container. Because early on at that point in time, it was impossible to get any plastic containers with any pump handles in it. The distribution was completely clogged up. So we thought, we can make the hand sanitizer as a byproduct of making our alcohol. Why don't we just give it away? So we teamed up with 10 different charities over those 10 Saturdays and donated about $3,000 a day each Saturday to different local charities. And we were able to, really help out the local community.
Great to hear that story for you. Really had warming here. And the next question coming from Alan here is, and also Peter is also interested to know about the timeline, the trading, because they have to do search for the trading symbol. It's not there yet. So just shed some lights on the timing there in terms of going public.
Good question. The CPC that we're amalgamating with is called Spartan Acquisition Corp. The symbol is VDKA. .P. It's halted from trading on the Toronto Stock Exchange, pending completion of our qualifying transaction, which is the merger of our private company, Forbidden Spirits Distillery, with the public company, Spartan Acquisition Corp. And concurrent with that amalgamation is that $3.6 to $4.5 million raise. We're on a Front Funder website. If you Google Front Funder and Forbidden Spirits, you'll see that there is some sort of wider distribution available for us to sell our shares up to, I think it's about $6,800 is the maximum contribution you can make through that crowdfunding exemption. And we're doing it not so much to raise the funds, which, because we've already hit our minimum raise that we need at 3.6, it's much more sort of to open up the share ownership to a broader range of individuals, be that younger shareholders or older shareholders that may not have large amounts of money to invest, but still like our product, want to participate in the growth of our company. So we've opened up this mass crowdfunding alternative for them. I think it's closing down in about 19 days. We've got another 19 days to go in November, and we'll close down the crowdfunding and close the transaction. And so we're hopeful to be able to go through that whole process with audited financial statements and TSX review and the like, so that hopefully sometime this year in December, we can be finalized and up and trading.
Great to hear. I think feel free to share with us about your crowdfunding too, with 19 days left. So maybe there's some people also interested in that one too. Glenn.
Yeah, no, the crowdfunding is front funder and forbidden spirits. There's a lot of perks that go along with it. You know, I think the minimum investment is $600, and with the $600, you get a free gift certificate to purchase some of our product to be a brand ambassador for us. And so, you know, we're looking for broad distribution, some brand ambassadors, and so far it's gone very well. There's still a number of days left to go, so I'd encourage people to go check that out, see if you qualify, and we'd be happy to have you as investors along the ride, along with us.
Sure. Yeah. So thank you, Blair, for your answering all the questions here today and the updates.
You're welcome. Thanks, Gilbert.